Choose Jamaica, they say. So I am wondering now if Anju Oates will start all of this cut by cutting this 700 million price tag for his massive cabinet and ministerial posts. Bless up, ABR family and viewers. Welcome back to the channel. It's your girl, Anessa Bell Rose. And in this one, major update. The JOOK boss and two others found guilty in the $222 multi-million InSports fraud. As well as businessman John Mahfood calls for public sector workers' jobs to be cut in order to stimulate Jamaica's economy. Stay tuned for the details at hand. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Please to remember to support the ABR membership. Join the membership today, only a small fee per month. You get star badges beside your name, you get member shout out, and a whole lot more benefits in becoming a member. Please support the movement. Thank you. Now, ABR family and viewers, a few days ago, we learned of the 5 or 6 persons who was basically held in connection with some $222 million fraud at InSports. 2 of them since recently were acquitted, 2 females, right? Another one who was still out on bail. And then there were 3 men who was still remanded in custody. And yesterday we learned that those 3 men, who goes by the name of Anju Wright, the JOOK boss, O'Neill Hope, and Rudolph Barnes, all 3 of them were basically found guilty of multiple charges. So then I would assume that the other lady who was still out on bail got away. And so the charge is related to an investigation dating back to 2017, which found $222 million to have been defrauded from governmental agency. The Supreme Court Justice Anne-Marie Lawrence Granger found Wright, who served as a financial controller for InSports, guilty of 13 counts of fraud. Wright, popularly known as Anju French, is a renowned promoter of the French Connection and Chug It Party series. Barnes was found guilty of 11 counts, while Hope was found guilty of 8 counts. The 3 men have been remanded until their sentencing November 21st, 2025. And just to add in a little backstory, this same JOOK boss is alleged to be a Labourite, and he was given the post under a Labourite government. But to show you that the People's National Party is not about what they are about when they go into power in 2012, they didn't remove this man. They allowed him to stay there, right? So him play himself right out from checks being written up, defrauding a whole heap of money. You want to see the result of it right here, so? They have been found guilty, soon to be charged. Many more bigwigs who are guilty in the court of public opinion. That evidences should be there to overwhelm the court to bring the same fate unto them. We are looking on to wait the trial of a Royal Reid that should begin this October the 6th, 2025. And please stay tuned for that. We are also awaiting, as well-thinking Jamaicans, for them to table those 4 investigative reports that they received from the Integrity Commission in our parliament. We are staying tuned for that as well. I don't know why they run around and why our parliament has not officially, started. We seen the swearing in, we seen them yesterday having orientation for the members of parliament, but we are holding them to account in a more serious manner this time around. And we want those reports to be tabled in the parliament. We now watch them come with them distraction, wanting to interdict a junior doctor at the Maypen Hospital for running in a general election. Let them do what they have to do, and let R.J. Dixon continues to do what he has to do. They want to distract us from these reports, but it will not happen. Anyways, the healthcare workers, in protest of the interdiction of Dr. R.J. Dixon, will be wearing all black today, October 1st.
Any government minister who becomes a millionaire after being to a government office is a thief.
That's true. That's very true.
There's no millionaire who becomes a millionaire through government salaries. I make that statement loud and clear. So this whole concept of democracy is a facade, the entertainment for the poor, to think that by voting a president into power, they've actually put a man in control. We need people like Traore, who wakes up in the morning and said, I need 3,000 trucks of road equipment on the road by tomorrow, and 3 kilometers from Ghana into Burkina Faso. They are there by tomorrow. I need a hospital there. I need an aeroplane manufacturing industry there. And you need to give a president power, the one who can decide, not the one who can steal, the one who can decide and make a change. We look at our countries. Look at Kenya, almost 50 years of independence.
60.
Look
63 actually.
Look at Ghana, 63. Look at Zimbabwe, 40 something. And the roads that the colonialists built, we're even battling to repair them with potholes and etc. And you wonder, for the past 45 years, what are we doing? Here's the Minister of Roads, here's the Minister of Public Works, but they simply can't get things done. So what do you need? You need a leader.
Former president of Jamaica's Manufacturers and Exporters Association, JMEA, that's John Mahfood, who is a prominent businessman, is calling for public sector jobs cut as part of a 9-point plan to stimulate Jamaica's economy. He basically said it cannot be business as usual. Jamaica's economy has been stagnant for many years, especially under this current administration. And so his proposal, published September 2025, argues that high public sector wage bill is crowding out resources needed for development programs, and that trimming it would free up funds. Remember, this administration had promised 5 in 4, and all know we cannot achieve that. They have not surpassed 2% growth at any given time. Mahfood argues that the government should decrease the cost of public sector from 13% of GDP to 10% over a 5-year period. He states that the current wage bill, which accounts for nearly half of the country's annual tax revenues, is hindering the funding of development programs. By reducing the public sector size, the government could free up funds that could be used for other growth-focused initiatives. Choose Jamaica, they say. So I am wondering now if Anju Oates will start all of this cut by cutting this 700 million price tag for his massive cabinet and ministerial posts. Him say choose Jamaica, you know. Right? I want to say, I want to choose Anju Oates. Right? But still I stick to my opinion, say this past election was heavily bought, paid for, robbed up. But then the people still spoke and them said choose Jamaica. Will Anju choose to cut this heavy 700 million price tag that will cost the taxpayers to pay him and his cabinet members along with junior ministers? And just to clear up a few misconceptions that are out there, where we see the little duns, them a run up and down and I talk about Mark Golding is a liar because his shadow cabinet will be paid you know, from public funds. What can really go so? One set of lunatics, one set of dunce parading. All them can shout out third term, fourth term. That is the only thing they have to offer to our country. No substance, nothing at all. So make we read out the facts right here, so, for the little dunce them. And it says salary structure for Jamaican opposition. Shadow cabinet members. These individuals are appointed by the opposition leader to mirror the government's cabinet ministers. They serve in these roles without any additional compensation from the public treasury. Want to hear that? They serve in these roles without any additional compensation from the public treasury. Any pay they receive is their standard salary as members of parliament. Leader of the opposition. This is the only role within the opposition that receives a higher salary. Since May 2023, Anju raised up them pay between him and Nigel we gone both in business. Raise up the pay. And Mark Golding, being a true human being and being a champion for the people, decided to give majority of his increase to charity. And that can be proven. Members of Parliament, in contrast to the shadow cabinet, listen to this now, government ministers receive additional salaries on top of their MP pay. So in contrast to the opposition shadow cabinet, the shadow cabinet not get nothing extra. Only the government ministers them get additional salaries on top of their MP pay. No wonder why Everal Warmington no give them no notice after he sworn in into the parliament. The man sworn in and walk right past Craven Anju and the old speaker. Him not get no minister post. I just a regular MP pay him a go get. Both government and opposition MPs receive the same base salary. So they will all get a salary as MP, but only the government ministers will get additional pay. As of April 2024, the MP salary increased to some 14 million annually. So we clear up all of that. So me hope the little slow done said Labour right minions them wanna get this through on a thick, shallow brain. With all that being said, ABR family and viewers, wanna be the judge of all of this. Make me your own say in the comment section. Let us continue the discussion. What do you think about the Juggit boss and the other men being found guilty and awaiting sentencing? We see some of the big wigs them now finally are going to prison. A time now for them pay for the crimes that they have committed on the Jamaican people by robbing from the public coffers. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel on the road to 50k. Help me to get there, please and thanks. Get this video to at least 10,000 likes. Spread that one near and far. Share it, share it, share it. Please and thanks. It is free to share out the videos. Please stay tuned for more videos. Stay tuned for more updates. Big up on yourself. Happy Wednesday.